what's up everybody? This is Francis over here from Playeressence.com and PE Reviews, and today I got a fantastic review for you guys. This is Vanquish on the Xbox 360. This is personally one of my favorite games, and this is the game that you guys voted for on Playeressence.com for me to review. So let's go ahead and we're gonna get right into the review. So, first things to think when you first think of Vanquish is throw out the story. The story is horrible. That's what I want to talk about first. The story is not very good. It's very cliched. It doesn't even make sense half the time. And the main character's name is Sam Gideon. So that should just tell you all about what you need to know about the story. It's not very good, and in classic Platinum Games fashion, it doesn't matter. The story does not matter, and you guys already know on this channel, I don't talk about stories much because I don't like spoilers. But let's just say this, it's not very good, but you're not playing a Platinum Games, for that. You don't play their games for that. You play it for the crazy, over-the-top action. So we're gonna go ahead and ditch story. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of this review and the meat and potatoes of this game, and that is the gameplay. The game is in 30 frames per second, but you wouldn't know by playing it because it feels ultra smooth, ultra fast, ultra responsive. Not that 30 frames per second can't be that, but you would think that the game was in 60 just because of the speed of it. It's such a visceral game, and it looks fantastic. This game released in, I think, 2010. Yeah, this game released in 2010, and it looks just as good. It holds up to this day, even with the next generation here. Vanquish still looks great compared to PS4 and Xbox One titles, and that's in my opinion. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about some of the gameplay. Now, the gameplay has you is just basically this, futuristic, machine-wearing RoboCop sliding on your knees badass. That's basically what you are. You have these motorized pressure boosters basically on your knees and on your body, and you can slide around at high speed and shoot people. It is fantastic. It's one of the most unique and, believe it or not, innovative things. Now, there's bullet time. They have some of the cliches in there, but it's a third-person cover shooter with this boosting mechanic. And there's this whole, thing as far as strategy goes. You don't want to overheat, because once you overheat, you can't use your boosters, can't use your bullet time, you can't do things like that. But the gameplay just really gels. It all comes together, especially when you're playing a shooting game. Some of them can get repetitive, but when you're playing Vanquish, it never does. Just because of the boosters, just because of the action, just because of the mechanics, everything feels fast and fluid. The cover system is phenomenal. You're never going to have times where you think you're supposed to go into cover and get stuck, or maybe be on the side of something. Very good. You can hop over it, you can go around the sides. There's always so many different things that you can do in this game. It really just shows that Platinum Games, they can really branch out into different types of genres and different types of gameplay areas. So that's really cool as far as the gameplay goes. Okay, so moving on to the sound design and other things like that. The bullets feel good. All of that feels great, but I do have one problem with the overall design of the game, and this was really where my only issues come in. It is the upgrades in the game. The way it basically works is you get a gun, you have a certain type of gun, and if you get another type of that gun, it can upgrade it to where it gets like another star. But the problem is once you die, you basically lose that upgrade. So it's kind of more like an arcade-ish. I would have liked to see more depth built into the gun system. I personally would have liked to see something kind of like Mass Effect, where you can get upgrades, or you can kind of level them up a bit, have custom attachments. I really think that would have complemented the fast-paced shooting and just the overall nature of the game. So if I had really one complaint with it, that would basically be it. Would be the upgrading system in the game as far as the guns go is trash. And I think it would have also created a little bit more replay value in the game. Although the game has fantastic replay value, which we'll get into, I think it would have created a little bit more of a smooth gameplay experience. It would have created a little bit more depth, because the game can feel a little basic at times, which it's not, but it can feel a little basic just because of the upgrading system is so elementary. So I wish they kind of took a little bit more, time into building a better upgrading system with the guns. But that being said, the game still plays fantastic. I still had a ton of fun with the game. But I also wanted to get into probably the core aspect of this game, in which I think anybody who can call themselves a seasoned gamer or a hardcore gamer, that terms, needs to try out this mode, and that's basically the challenge mode in this game. If you want to talk about old school, you want to talk about trial and error, you want to talk about blistering difficulty, you think Mega Man is hard? Man, wait till you try out this mode. Now, I did this back in the day. I did this mode, and it literally took me 3 days straight of playing it. I think about 15 hours a day just to beat this mode, the challenge mode. Because here's the thing. There's five whole levels, and there's multiple stages within that level. And what it is that you have to beat each stage. But if you fail in any level within that stage, you go all the way back to the beginning. And the first 4, I'm pretty sure there's 5, there might be 6, but the first, ones up until the last point, those ones are hard, but you can get through them. But the last one is by far the most difficult thing I've ever done in a video game, and it's for really one achievement point. And everything else in that game is easy as far as the achievements go, but it's for that one achievement point just to beat that challenge. And I actually recorded it. Hopefully, if I can find that footage, it's actually one of my first footages I did on my other channel. That is just intense. That is intense, and I would say you are a true gamer if you can beat that challenge mode, because it is, like I said, one of the hardest things to ever do. And I think that anybody looking for a challenge in a game, and this is why I love this game so much, because it didn't stop on that challenge. It didn't hold back on that challenge. That was one of the most intense things I've ever done. So I have to give Platinum Games kudos points for that extra replay value, because literally I got 45 hours of extra gameplay time, mainly dying, but still 45 hours of extra gameplay time just trying to beat that challenge mode, and it was fantastic. So extra points there. So that's wrapping it up now. Like I said, the graphics are already good, the sound design is very good, the gameplay is phenomenal, the story is whack, and the upgrading system is whack too. I'm going to have to go ahead and give Vanquish on the Xbox 360 a 9 out of 10. The game is fantastic, and it just shows you why Platinum Games is definitely one of the best in the industry when it comes to creating action games. The game, like I said, has so many positives, so many good things. You can go out and get it right now really cheap. I suggest anybody, if you're looking for an old school challenge with a new twist, go out there and buy Vanquish on the Xbox 360 or the PS3. Both versions are very good, so definitely get that. And hopefully we get a sequel. Please, please, Platinum, Nintendo, sequel, Vanquish, Wii U, something, I don't care, PS4, Xbox One, whatever. Anyway, that basically wraps it up for this review. Definitely check out the website, Playeressence.com. We have all sorts of good news, reviews, trailers, tips, and tricks. Look forward to more live shows. Hopefully you guys are liking all the stuff that's going up on this channel. We got some Let's Plays, all sorts of good stuff, more Just Games reviews, more coming just for you guys, the viewers out there. That basically wraps it up for this Just Games review, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.